I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked solid up, man. You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
My name is Jermall Charlo, man. I'm a fighter. Like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so I'm ready.
I'll take them how they come and make them look ordinary.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing. What's going on? This Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. And, I'm pretty excited today. Good night of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Good night of boxing. We got the DAZN cards. We got Showtime cards. It's going to be some sweet chin music going on tonight. You know what I'm talking about? But, pretty excited about this Gabe Rosado and Jaime Mungia fight. I was going over my analysis. I done changed my picks about 1,000 times, and that's a great feeling to have as a career boxer. This is a great feeling. You know, it's one of them times where you don't necessarily have any dog in the race, but as a boxing fanatic, you know, this is a 50-50 fight in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. I was watching an interview with Tony Harrison, and he had spoke about the Castaño and Jermall Charlo fight. And one thing that he reasoned, he said he didn't see any way where Castaño could have lost that fight. But he did see that since Jermall was able to reduce Castaño's work rate from like 900 down to like 500 and something punches, that said a lot, which lends itself to the fact that the CompuBox stats lends itself to the fact that Jermall Charlo reduced Castaño's work rate and thereby kind of like dictated some portions of the fight. And that's one of those things where I think this fight that we have right now going on tonight, whereas Mungia, he has a high work rate. This is Mungia. And on the contrary, Benavidez, who Gabe Rosado just fought and surprisingly stopped, you know, he timed him, caught him coming in, you know what I'm saying, with a bad habit. His work rate, been back to bully, his work rate is nowhere near Jaime Mungia's work rate. But something that Gabe Rosado was able to do, and if he's going to be the quote-unquote boxer in this scenario, he needs to do things like what he did here to Daniel Jacobs. So I'm thinking that initially I was like, man, I like Gabe. I like the story. You know, I did think that he got robbed against Jacobs. I hear that a lot. But I personally did think he got robbed in that fight. You know, I do. When you watch it, you go back and look at it. It's much like the Ugas and Porter type fight where they just didn't give Gabe Rosado, the nod. The judges did, and it's all in how you judge the fight. What might lend itself to Mungia actually winning is that I'm kind of seeing that judges almost like the sustained pressure in the one who's actually bringing the fight to to their opponent. And so I believe that they pretty much lean that way, even if the work rate isn't as high, which we don't have to worry about with Mungia unless he's going to change his game plan. But he is a pressure fighter with a vast variety of punches that he can throw. He is very heavy-handed, and he goes. I can't say he changes levels, but he attacks different levels. So he'll go. He got this digging, deep left body shot that he does, and he has an overhand right / hook kind of combination that he does, and he will just bludgeon you if you left. A guy like Toriano Johnson, he was able to actually put more pressure on Jaime Mungia and make him fight off the back foot. But he has off the back foot, he has a deceptive jab. It's a sneaky jab, but he's heavy and everything he throws has the ability to be able to either stun or knock out an opponent. Now, Gabe Rosado, the wild card for Gabe here is that he has the tutelage of Bernard Hopkins, one of the most craftiest veteran, highly respectable boxers that people like myself, going on 41 years old, look up to. You know, that style. So I gotta believe that Bernard is teaching him some things. And initially I thought he was really hurt in the last fight by Beck the Bully when he went to the body, because I don't think neither one of these two like it to the body. I know Gabe, Gabe don't like it to the body. That is something that I'm looking for. Like, he don't like it to the body. But when Beck the Bully had made him take a knee, he basically was saying that it was one of them veteran, Oscar De La Hoya alluded to the fact that it might have been one of those crafty veteran things where he took a knee, but even though he was a little phased by it, but he took a knee. In turn, that caused Beck the Bully's confidence to, get him overwhelmed or get him all amped up, which they wanted to build his confidence, and Gabe Rosado shocked the world coming in with an overhand right, catching Beck the Bully coming in. So I believe that the best man is going to win tonight, and the best man would be the one that actually is the most patient and the one that makes the least amount of mistakes and the more effective body puncher. Yes, I'm all about body work.
I'll take them how they come and make them look ordinary.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the more effective body puncher, it could be Gabe because of Mungia's high work rate, and he likes to headhunt a lot, except for he does mix it into the body. The more effective body puncher, I would say, would be Mungia, because he has that shot that he's going to land. When he get in rhythm and he starts, throwing his combinations that he likes to throw, he throws a lot of combinations. Sometimes he's a little wild, but he does commit to going back to that body. So I believe that, I think that Gabe, he's going to try to be patient. I don't know if he'll just be able to just stand in the pocket with Jaime Mungia, and because it's almost like the first time you make a mistake, Mungia is going to make you pay for it. I'm excited because it's a 50-50 fight. My heart wanted to say Rosado. My logic is saying Mungia. I'm just going to enjoy this fight as a fight fan, and I hope that everybody actually enjoys this fight. This is also a part of the Canelo Sweepstakes in a way, I guess they're also auditioning. You got Mr. David, I missed weight again, Benavidez. So he weighed in at 169. It might not be missing weight, but they might agree to it or whatever. But he's a 168 pounder, and he's taking on Kyron Davis. And on a short week notice, Kyron Davis stepped up to the plate because Uzcategui pissed hot and took himself out. We'll see what happens in that fight. Everybody's saying it's a foregone conclusion that David Benavidez is going to make light work of Kyron Davis. We shall see. I'm more interested in seeing Jose Benavidez. I think that he throws some pretty good combinations. He is an exciting player to watch, and if he's healthy and the leg is strong, I would like to see what he's going to do. Don't know much about his opponent, but those are two of the fights I want to see. I think Kyron Davis, I saw that he's not a knockout artist, but he does have respectable power. And one of the things we're going to see is if he can exploit the defense of David Benavidez. So tonight, looking forward to the Jaime Mungia fight. Their undercard, they got a pretty good undercard. I'm also looking to the Showtime, card with David Benavidez with all this, Canelo Sweepstakes. He's looking like option number one because everybody's actually practicing the cancel culture against Charlo, even though he's the two-divisional champion. He's the one who Canelo got the franchise belt and rolled out on down at 154 and ran. He's also the one that Triple G wants no smoke. Andre and Eddie say that they sent the contract, and he's the one that's been patiently waiting next in line. He's never lost his belt to anything like recreational drug use. He's never lost his belt to the scales. Him and his brother get the jaw jacket when the other boxers, whatever, banter, whatever, heat of the moment stuff. Nothing real serious, but it seemed like the people are actually choosing Benavidez in this Canelo Sweepstakes instead of Charlo, which I believe Charlo deserves a shot. Anyways, that's what I'm looking for tonight. Salute to all my pure boxing fans. Happy belated Veterans Day to my fellow veterans that we just celebrated this past week. Hope you guys enjoy the fights tonight, and we'll see how my observations pan out. Didn't make a pick. I just say the fans win. Body work.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
As you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
Gabe Rosado, man. I'm a fighter. Like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so